So in this part, we will understand how to write sets and what are the methods of writing sets. So particularly there are two methods to write set. One is roster form, roster or tabular method. Okay, so first try to understand what is roster or tabular method. So in this method, you will hand pick all the elements. Okay, you will hand pick all the elements and you will place them like individually. Like suppose that I have asked you to write down a set that contains vowels of the English alphabet. So what you will do? You will start hand picking the elements. Sir, it is A. Sir, it is I, A, E, I, O, U. So you will hand pick all the elements and you will write inside the curly braces separated by comma. Okay. Now, in this part, you have to take care that repetitions of elements are not allowed. You cannot write A, comma, A, comma, A, comma, A, comma, A. Okay. You have to write distinct elements. Okay. So repetition is not allowed. Also, this order is also not required. Means if you wish to write E first, you can write E, A, I, O, U. You can write I, A, E, I, O, U. Any order you can follow, but you have to mention on the elements and you have to separate all the elements by using comma. Okay, and you will be using this curly braces. So curly braces stands for, means you have to, this tells us that we will be using distinct elements. That's why we are taking curly braces. Okay, so if we will take continuous elements, we will be taking this closed bracket, this open bracket, closed, open bracket, open, closed bracket. Okay, this means if you have to write continuous series of elements, suppose that I am asking you to write down all the real number between 2 and 3. So you know that there exist infinite elements and you cannot handpick all the elements and you cannot write those in the braces. Correct or wrong? So in that case you will be using these braces. If you want extreme elements, you have to use include bracket. If you have to exclude the extreme end, you have to use open bracket. Like suppose this situation, like look at this situation. Like you are suggesting me, sir, please, I want to study, sir, I want to study, please come at 4 o'clock and we will study from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. This means if I'll ask you to study at 4 o'clock, you will study because you have told me that we will study from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So there exist infinite elements. Okay, so you cannot handpick, so you will be using close bracket. Means if I'll ask you to study at 4 o'clock, you have to study. If I'll ask you to study at 4.000001 o'clock, you will study. If I'll ask you to study at 6 o'clock, you will study. But if I'll ask you to study at 6.000001 o'clock, you won't study because you have put the restriction that sir, we will study from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Okay, now look at this. Sir, I want to study. Please come at 4 o'clock. We will start studying after 4 o'clock and we will study till 6 o'clock. So, if I'll ask you to study at 4 o'clock, do you think you will study? No, because you have told me that we will study, sir, after 4 o'clock. So, you won't study at 4 o'clock. Correct? But if I'll ask you to study at 4.000001 o'clock, you will study, because it is after 4 o'clock na. And if I'll ask you to study at 6 o'clock, you will study, because you told me, sir, we will start studying and we will start studying after 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock. So 4 is excluded, 6 is included. Now look at this. Suppose that you wish to study and you have asked me, sir, please come, sir, I want to study, please come after 4 o'clock, we will start studying, and please leave me before 6. So if I'll ask you to study at 4 o'clock, you won't study, because you told me, please come after 4 o'clock. Okay, so at exactly 4 o'clock, you won't study. But if I'll ask you to study at 4.00001 o'clock, you will study. If I'll ask you to study at exactly 6 o'clock, you won't study, because you have put this instruction, sir, please leave me before 6 o'clock. So you won't study at 6 o'clock. Okay. Now look at this condition. Sir, I want to study. Please come at 4 o'clock. We will start studying, but please leave me before 6 o'clock. So if I'll ask you to study at 4 o'clock, you will be studying, because you told me that, sir, please come at 4 o'clock. We will start studying, but please leave me before 6 o'clock. So at exactly 6 o'clock, you won't study. So this is the use of include exclude bracket. Here it is curly braces, where you will be using distinct elements. Okay. Now, so look at this. Now the second method is, sometimes what happens, no, you have to write so many elements, infinite elements. Like suppose that if I'll ask you to write down a set B which contains a natural number, so you know that the natural numbers are distinct in nature. So how will you respond? Sir, I'll be writing 1, 2, 3, 4. But you know that it is infinite in number. Okay, so you cannot write infinite number, na? So how will you respond? You will write sum of the element and then you will put 3 consecutive dots. This is the sign of continuation. Okay, in a movie, if in a movie you must have observed, like if there is a chance of second part to come, they used to write at the end of the movie, they used to write to be continued dot dot dot. Okay, so dot 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 means it is continuation. Okay. Now second thing is set builder form. Set builder form. So what is this set builder form? So in this set, what you have to use, you have to use definition. Instead of writing those distinct elements, we use definition. Okay, but you have to take care that the definition should be very precise and accurate. There should be no flaw in your definition. Okay, so in this part we will use definition. I will be using uh, some symbols which you have to understand. Okay, so for example, suppose that I have given you one question. So question is, express set A equals x such that this, I will explain. First let me write down the question. Okay, and x equals 2 power n for all n belongs to natural number. Okay, in roster form. Now try to understand this thing. So these guys have used the proper definition. Okay, so they have used proper definition to write down the set. Now be super slow. So what is they are trying to mention? This symbol, what does this symbol represents? So the meaning of this symbol is it is such that, or this. If you will find any of these symbols, no, it is such that. Okay. Now look at the next symbol, this. Okay. So this next symbol, this epsilon e is belongs to, belongs to, or is a member of. So from now onwards, if you will observe this symbol, you will use the word belongs to, or you will mention, sir, is a member of. Okay. Who is this n? N is natural number. Natural number. Okay. Now what is this thing? So this thing is for all. Okay. This is for all. Okay. I hope these symbols are clear. Now, so now try to answer this question. So they have mentioned express set A, this x such that x is a natural number and x equals to 2 power n for all n belongs to natural number. So this is set builder form. They have used proper definition. They have used each and every parameter to be very precise and accurate. Okay. Now, so how will you express this in a roster form? So you know that in roster form, you have to write down distinct elements, discrete elements. Correct? So just tell me, what is the first natural number? You know that the first natural number is 1. So can I write this the first thing represents the element. Okay. So if I am writing x, then I am saying that x is an element. If I'll write x plus 2, this means 2x plus 2, this means this is the element. Okay. So first find out x and then substitute here to get the element. Now first value of n is what? 1. So 2 power 1 is 2. So this is your first element. Now second value of second natural number is what? 2. So 2 power 2 is 4. Now third natural number is 3. So 2 power 3 is 8. Now fourth natural number is 4. So 2 power 4 is 16. You know that there exist infinite elements in the set. We cannot write them manually, so we will use this symbol because it represents sign of continuation. Okay. I hope this question is okay. Clear? Let's move on to the next question. So in next question there is express set B equals x cube. Now this time who is the element? X cube is the element. Okay. Look at this. This was such that x is less than 5. So you know that there exist infinite numbers which is less than 5, comma, x belongs to w. W stands for whole number. Okay. So you have to use all the whole number less than 5 in roster form. So you know that you have to use individual element. So what is your first whole number? First whole number is 0. So 0 cube is what? 0. So write 0. Then second whole number is 1. 1 cube is 1. Second whole number is, means third whole number is 2. 2 cube is 8. Then 3, 27. Then 4, 64. You cannot use 5 because it is less than 5. Okay. So this is set B in, this is the roster form and this is the set builder form. They have used proper definition. Okay, they have excluded all the rooms for error. Okay, now look at this question. So question is, express set A equals 0, 7, 26, 63, 124 in set builder form. Now look at this. They have given you question in roster form and they want you to write down its roster form. Sorry, set builder form. So look at this, how we will respond. Like if you'll observe the numbers, they are close to cubes. One cube is 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. So it is what? It is close to cubes, correct? So can I write A is, now look at the elements, because it is close to cubes and it is, can I say that sir, it is less than, less by 1. So 1 cube minus 1 is 0. 2 cube is 8, 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay, this thing is okay. Now I feel that x belongs to natural number, so I will be using x as the natural number. And you know that the last number is 5. 5 cube is 125. So you will be using a number less than 5, less than or equal to 5, because you have to use 5, correct? So you have to take care of these three things. I hope the idea is clear and you got little bit of understanding about the set builder form and roster form. Okay.